Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Jacked Up Garage. Today we're going to be showing you how to remove the old headlight lens and replacing it with a fresh brand new lens. I mean, how good does that look? I think it's going to make the front of the vehicle pop out really good. We're going to be showing you what tools to use and you're going to come along with the journey and watch us get it done. Enjoy! Today guys, these are the tools we're going to be using. So first off, we're going to be using trim clip removers. These are a good start with the plastic, just to be able to get the headlights off, just so you don't damage them, the headlight lenses themselves. We're also going to be using just your standard metal trim clip removers for removing all the trim clips off of the front bar. If you're going to be doing it at home DIY style, you're going to be using a flathead screwdriver, but I wouldn't recommend it. If you can get your hands on a proper trim clip remover, I'll try that first, just because you can damage the trims and also the bar itself. We also might be needing a pick for some electrical connections that might be on the front bar itself. And then also just a 10mm to get the headlights off themselves, and there might also be a couple 10mm on the front bar itself. Just depending on what car you're going to be working on will depend on what sockets you'll be using. Last off, we're going to be using a Bunnings Finest Zito heat gun. These are about 30 bucks from Bunnings. They'll do the job just fine. If you don't have a heat gun, you can chuck them in the oven on low heat for a little while, 15 minutes, and you'll get the same result. Just make sure you're not putting them on the metal grates themselves, maybe on a piece of wood or something like that. And yeah, just after about 15 minutes, you'll be able to get the job done as well. If you're going to be on the ground at home, like a garage or your front yard or something, you're going to be using a jack and jack stand just to get it off, just to be able to get to the side trim clips on the front bumper. That's how we're going to be doing it. So first off, we're going to be taking some trim clips off the sides, the bottom of the bumper, and the top here, and then that will give us access to the front headlights. Once we've got access to the front headlights, we'll take those out, and then we'll continue on with the job. Alright, here we've got the headlights out. They're off of the vehicle now. So now we can go ahead and start heating up the headlight lens to be able to actually separate the dab-off glue from the headlight lens and from the headlight. So what we're going to do today is, because my oven's too damn small, we're going to chuck a bit of a hole in the back of a good sized box to create our own sort of makeshift oven. We've got to be careful about a few things. Obviously, you don't want any of this metal touching the cardboard, or you're going to burn the shed to the ground. And also the direct flow of air out of the heat gun itself onto the headlight. You don't want that. So you can either put a piece of wood or something like that in front of the direct flow of the heat gun, just to stop the heat directly hitting your headlight and melting your headlight. So we're going to get to it, cut a hole in here, chuck it in, make our oven and start heating it up. We've got our heat gun here inside the cardboard. I'll bring you around here. You can see it just chilling there. We've got it pointing to the corner. We're going to watch the temperature because we don't want this cardboard or the wood catching alight. And then this whole headlight's going to go in there. We're going to close it off here and yeah, place a towel to stop any hot air escaping, and then leave it for around 10 to 15 minutes, and yeah, should be soft enough. We've got our little homemade oven working. This little heat gun's working. It's not on anything direct. Just used a welding jacket to stop the airflow coming out, the heat coming out and escaping. So yeah, a little bit longer and we'll be able to separate the headlight pretty easily. It's been cooking now for 10 to 15 minutes, so it should be ready.
We're just going to...
Oh yeah, it's worked heaps good.
I think it worked way better than we expected, so it's good. So first off, we've got to make sure that there's no screws or bolts or anything on the back here holding it in. Looks to be that there's nothing, so all that is holding this one in is just these certain clips here. They're all the way around. Just make sure we're popping them with trim clips, trim clip removers. Just make sure you're not damaging the headlights. And yeah, we'll just get to it. Pop the first one off.
Sweet. And like obviously if you're going to be reusing the headlight, like if you were just taking off the lens to get moisture out, as you put it down on the face, you should use a rag or something like that so you don't scratch it or damage it. But because we're not reusing these, and I doubt I'm going to be able to sell them off like aftermarket, he's just going to put it straight down.
Another reason why people may take these off is to paint these chrome bits at the back here black.
Okay.
You just got to be careful where you're living. That might be a defect, so just got to be careful of that as well.
We were softening that seal there, which allows us to come off freely without breaking the actual backing of the lighting. Yeah, it seems to be coming off good. The risk of taking this off without heating up the lens first is that as you go to lift this, you'll either break this little clip, which means you wouldn't be able to reuse it properly, or if you wanted to reuse the lens, you'd break or damage the lens, and then you might as well just buy a new headlight. So by heating it up, it makes it malleable. Yeah, it's easy to take off. I'm going through it all right. Yeah, and I can actually feel the light itself is
Still
nice and warm, which means that our little box oven actually worked. So that's a good little trick.
In the ideal world, what you would do is you would remove all this dab-off sealer out of here and then reapply your new dab-off sealer. I'm pretty sure Sikaflex make it. What we're going to use is what we've got on hand. I don't plan on taking this off again, so there is absolutely no reason why we can't use this stuff. It'll seal it up fine. Run a bead straight over what we've got.
Got the new lens coming out. Hopefully it's the right hand side one. It'd be pretty awkward if we had two of the same just like that. That's gonna look sweet. We've got to get that corner in first.
Yep.
Lift it up a little bit. Just get that guy tucked under there. Sweet. So you want to make sure everything's lined up before you start pushing it in. You don't want to get one clip in and then have to lift it out to get the others. So we've got it all nice and rested in, and just go around. Clip it in, make sure all the tabs have locked in like that. If you've got any sort of rough stuff on your fingers or whatever, don't push down on the new lens, you're going to scratch it. That's it, flex those muscles, Jack.
Here we go.
Just double check, don't scratch my new lens.
That's it.
Yeah, all good.
All good to go.
Alright, so we've done the other one already. This one's got a little bit of grease on. But this one we kept nice and clean, and you can see what a difference that is, man. That is really going to make this car stand out compared to before. So yeah, we're going to put it all back together. So as you can see, it's looking pretty amazing. Makes it look like a brand new car to me. It really came out good. Totally worth the effort if you like and take pride in your vehicle. Thank you very much for watching this episode with us. We're going to be bringing them to you frequently. So yeah, look forward to making the next one. Enjoy.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. There we go.